Alright everybody, hey, good morning. This is Tony here at our cabin in the woods. I know you know that, but it just feels good to say that, you know. Okay, yesterday I was out here working and I worked on my trellis garden and it's extremely windy. As you can see, you can just see this tree, little big trees up there, a flag. So I moved into my trellis garden, as I told you on my shout outs this morning, and this is what I did. Yesterday I videotaped. It was supposed to be for Shed Wars. As you can see, I am wearing my Shed Wars shirt. It was video for Shed Wars showing how I do my trellis garden. This was new to me by using straw hay over here. Also, I went ahead and did my potato garden, set that up, got that all done. Everything was perfect, really good. This morning and last night, I downloaded all my videos in here onto my computer. I thought, tired yesterday. Anyway, so I went ahead this morning and was doing my video for the my shout outs. I do them that day. They're not made up something I do days before. So anyway, yesterday I kept doing a video and I kept messing up. I think I did like 5 mess ups. And I hate when you're editing, you go through and edit out those mess ups. You gotta think, okay, was this the right one? Where did I mess up at? You know how that goes. So the dumb I hit delete and it deleted everything I did yesterday and today, not thinking that. So I did my shout outs, I sent that out, and I said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and real quick get these on my Shed Wars folder. And I went looking for them, I couldn't find them. So I went to my camera. I'm like, it's not my camera. Then it hit me. I deleted them this morning when I was out there doing my shout out this morning. Not even thinking, because I thought I had downloaded them onto the computer. I do it every day, every night. When I walk in, I download, boom, it's in the computer that quick. So I don't, mess up. So I am not going to pull this stuff up to show you how I do. I can tell you what I do, but I will roll back the hay on my potatoes, and I'll show you what I do with my potatoes, what I am doing with my potatoes this year. First, let's go ahead and go straight to the trellis garden. I'll show you what I've got going on, what I've done. All right, here you go. It is done. Okay, all this stuff here, you got 1, 2, 3 is acorn squash. They come right out of the tubs, right out of the red solo cups, and the stickers that were wrapped around them, I put right here so I know what they are. So if I forget, there's another one, and there's another one. Okay, over here is my cucumber. 1, 2. Now, this has 3 plants in one. I wanted to see if I can make it work. So we got cucumbers that are here. On the back side over there, we've got 1, 2, 3. Those are cantaloupe. Okay. And then 1, 2, 3 over there. And those will be the yellow squash. Or yellow squash. So, now, how I plant, I've always done this with all my plants, always. Of course, you know, this is half of this, probably 2/3 of this is Hugelkultur. I'll go from back here to right about right here. It was dug up, not as drastic, about a foot deep, and then it went to Hugelkultur. This year I did dump in 2 scoops of horse manure. I rototilled it in. That puts you to the point where we're at yesterday. So what I usually do, whichever one of my plant holes I dig out, I go down probably about another 2 to 3 inches deeper. I always put bone meal in the hole. That helps promote good root growth. And I've just always done that, and I always put a little bit of fertilizer in the bottom of each hole. I put in 10, 10, 10, this is the bottom of the hole, and then I cover with just a little bit of dirt, just cover it up, just a little dirt. And then I put the plant in, backfill it, pack it in lightly, I don't push hard on them, and then I wet that hole down each one of them. That's what I did with all those on the outside. I don't know if you guys can see it. Do you see that little wire right there? I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I went ahead and I have 5. I put 4 here. Eggplants. I put 4 of them in here. For now, they're there. You can see I planted them the same way. You can see the hole, and there is eggplant in there. I can't see, so hopefully I'm zooming in so you can see it pretty good. There is a little plant in it right down there. So, only reason why that wire is there for right now, because all my eggplants are going to get a cage around them to hold the leaves up, to hold the eggplants up just a little bit. That's how I can find them. I don't step on it. So we've got 1, 2. They all look good. There's 3. And there's the other one. Here's 4. They all look pretty good. So that's how I plant with my plants, with my cups, and I'll be doing the same thing out over there in the ground. Okay, now my potatoes. Okay, this is what I did yesterday, and I'll show you what it is. I'm not going to pull it all up, but I'm just going to pull up maybe about 3 feet, and you can see, and I'll put it back on there again, the hay. Alright, as you can see, here's a potato. I barely put the potatoes in. Anywhere they had a little bud sticking up, that's what's sticking up. They're barely in the ground. Barely in the ground. I'm leaving it alone. I did pull, I made it mound up. This is all the dirt I'm going to mound up complete. No more ever again dirt. It will be complete hay that I'll keep mounting. So, look at the winds. I'm going to have to wet this down again. So what's going to happen is as these potatoes start to pop through, the leaves start to come through, I'll let them bush up a little bit, and then I'll grab them by the side, and I'll start packing more hay on top. I imagine it'll be a couple of weeks before I start to see any growth underneath it there coming up through, but that's what I'm going to do. Now, here's the really cool thing about this. Yesterday, all I do is dig a little bit and to do a mound, right? And it hasn't rained here in 8, 9 days, something like that. Well, I was moving the dirt to mound, and everything that was under it was still wet. Let me see. Watch this. You see it wet? That's all wet soil right there. Complete. So, this is Hugelkultur. All that's underground is staying wet, so it's all wicking up through the soil to where we need it to be. So the best part about it is a lot less watering that I have to worry about. So what I will do right now though, because I did move this around, I'm going to wet this down right here real quick, trying to keep the hay on top. Odds are that I may lay some fencing on top. I'd roll some of this on top right now, just to keep the hay, because you can see the beginning is starting to try to push it up. See how windy it is? There it goes. See? Alright, let me get going. Let me get this covered up. Let me get it wet down. I'll bring it back, and then we can start doing some work in that garden right there. Alright, I'm going to put my seed. I'm doing beets. I'm going to put them seed straight to ground. And we're going to see how this takes off here. I've marked them. They say every 4 to 6 inches. I don't know if you can see, I've got a mark here on my stick. I just lay it down. I mark it every 6 inches, kind of keep a nice straight line. And I've already got a they say ½ inch deep. There's my hole. So I'm going to set each seed in there. So we're going to be putting in. Get them in a 1/2 inch deep. I'm going to go back through real quick and make sure. Now I'm going to use the whole bag, so I'm just going to keep on going. About every 6 inches I'll move over and drop that stick and keep right on going, and I hopefully end up somewhere in that area. All right, I've got all my seeds every 6 inches over this way in rows, and every 6 inches that way. And I am going to go ahead. I've did some research. Hold on. I have seen people putting. They wet this down real good, and they are putting hay on top of their seeds, but not thick. But they are putting hay on there, and I'm going to do it just because of right now keeping this moist. And I'll throw some hay on it, and then wet the hay down, and then I'll end up just leaving this alone for a little bit. Yeah, I had to re-wet this so it would stay. It was blown away. Just sprinkle it down and it's on. All right, let me go ahead and get some hay down on that. All right, over here is beets. Right, if you can see, there's a stick there, and there's a board laying down there. There's a board over there and a board there. Okay, in this area right here is celery, and right here is lettuce. Now, guys, I know they should have been growing about a month ago, but that Arctic blast we had come through, I knew it was coming down that way, and I knew it was going to be bad. In my garage, I did no seeding in there at all, and I don't bring seeds and water buckets and all that into my house. It don't go. It goes in the garage, and so that's why I'm so far back with the leafy stuff, which is, I'm talking lettuces and celery and all that. I mean, they should have been up and already rolling, and I know that. So, but we're still going to try just to see what happens. From that board, there's another board over there covered up over to where the hay ends, kind of like with that piece of sticking up right there. This is all carrots. We've got lettuce, celery, beets. I will have markers put up there probably tomorrow, not today. You can hear one of my chickens talking to me, saying, "Come get my eggs." I am getting, yesterday I got 13 eggs. So eggs are ranging from 9 to 13. I had 114. Total, that's between these birds and my other ones out back, which is about almost, the eggs are getting better. Right now I've got an average of 1 pound, 15 ounces, 2 pounds basically, and per day is what I get in eggs. And that's a lot of eggs, huh? You know, we do a lot of scrambling. You know, Willow, she has an egg and a half a day, and we do boiled eggs. I've been putting eggs up, canning them, pickling them, and probably maybe next week I'll probably open up the ones I did with that I did a few weeks ago for canning. All right, we're gonna get going. All right, guys, you all have a great day. And yeah, I got my sprinkler system going out there. Finally, getting the yard watered down. Time for it to happen. Hopefully tomorrow we can get on this one right here, this garden. Oh, and also on the plan to put my grape trees right there, 2 of them, and I'll have a trellis set up for that. So, okay, we're gonna get going. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, huh? And happy gardening.